Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
One in 4 Americans received a deepfake phone call in the past year. Not a robocall, not a phishing email, a voice that sounded exactly like someone they know, generated by AI. That number comes from a cyber news investigation, and it lands at a moment when governments around the world are doing the opposite of pulling back. They're doubling down on biometric verification, face scans, liveness checks, video-based identity proofs, as the default way to confirm you are who you say you are. Brazil just started enforcing a sweeping new law. Discord rolled out facial age estimation for Brazilian users. Apple's building verification into iOS. And all of this is happening while deepfake technology gets cheaper and more convincing by the month. So what happens when the systems built to prove identity can be fooled by the same AI they're supposed to guard against? Start with Brazil. On March 17, 2026, the country's digital statute for children and adolescents took effect. Every operating system, app store, gaming platform, and digital service accessible to minors in Brazil must now verify a user's age. The methods include ID scans, biometric facial checks, and behavioral analysis. If a platform doesn't comply, it faces fines up to about $9.5 million per violation. That's not a slap on the wrist. That's an existential threat for mid-sized companies. Discord responded by launching facial age estimation specifically for its Brazilian users. The intent is to protect kids from predators and scams. No one disputes that goal. But the mechanics create a massive new pool of biometric data, face scans, ID images, liveness video, flowing into systems that fraudsters are already learning to defeat. How fast are they learning? According to FinTech Global's reporting on identity fraud trends, deepfake-driven biometric fraud attempts surged about 60% year over year. That means the very tools governments are mandating, facial scans, video liveness checks, are the same tools attackers are targeting with synthetic media. And they're succeeding often enough that the verification industry itself is sounding alarms. Gartner predicts that by next year, nearly a third of enterprises won't trust standalone identity verification and authentication solutions on their own. That's the industry's own forecasting body saying single-point verification is dying. Now zoom out from the fraud numbers to the investigative side. A cyber news analysis of reported AI fraud cases in 2025 found that more than 4 out of every 5 cases involve deepfake technology. Not phishing kits, not credential stuffing, deepfakes. For anyone who works cases involving video evidence or facial comparison, that ratio changes everything. A video of a subject entering a building used to be strong evidence. A biometric match on a face scan used to carry weight in court. When the majority of AI fraud is deepfake-driven, those evidence types need a second layer of validation before they mean anything. Static checks, a single liveness test, a single facial match score, can't distinguish a real person from a well-crafted synthetic identity. Cybersecurity experts, quoted by Cyber News, are telling families to unlearn trust in what they see and hear on a phone call. But investigators can't just unlearn trust. They need to verify faster, cross-reference more sources, and document every step before that evidence reaches a courtroom. The deeper problem isn't that biometric systems exist. It's that they produce more data without producing more certainty. More video, more face scans, more proof-of-life tests, all of which can be spoofed. Investigators who treat that data as ground truth will lose cases. Those who treat it as raw evidence requiring forensic validation will build cases that hold up. So governments are mandating face scans and ID checks to protect people online, especially kids. At the same time, deepfake technology makes those exact checks easier to fake. For anyone who relies on video or biometric evidence professionally, the question isn't whether your data is real, it's whether you can prove it is. Watch for more countries following Brazil's model this year, and pay attention to whether forensic training keeps pace with the verification mandates. The full story is in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.